Guys, Monday, Tuesday, I think it's Monday. 6-round OD shotgun cards, woodland padded hearing protection cases, CQB subloads. Each of these will carry 2 M4s, 3 MP5s, 16 rounds of buckshot, full-size smoke, on and on, pistol mags on the sides, comes with 2 leg straps and a hanger. More hearing protection cases, Typhon Royal Blue tool pods. These work great for like gear wrenches, screwdrivers. Day pack side pouches, multicam black. These will fit any place that you have 3 columns. You can put these on chest rigs and such. They'll also go on the covert packs. Raid toiletry bags, and on and on and on. We did more of these flag bags. The first of the AR-15 rifle, M4 rifles. Those bags shipped today for you guys that ordered those. About 30 of those orders went out, and now we've got woodland ones in sewing right now. So what's up, guys? Hope everybody had a great day. So once you're on here, leave some comments. Let us know that we've got audio and video, that everything's working properly. If it's not, we genuinely don't know until you tell us. So we can sit down for a little while, have a conversation about whatever you guys would like to talk about. Check that out. That's pretty cool. We can discuss these if you would like to. So let's go to the top here and we will roll down. Brandon, what's up? I think we shipped something of yours today. Jason, what's up? Seaside Mojave Wizard. Vance, what's up? I replied to you about, I don't remember what, I think it was the Typhon Toxic bag, right? Jacob Ennis, what's up? Hood Billy, what's going on? Justin, what's up? Professional Class. Toy Town. Kevin, how are you? Pat. Kiri, what's up? I think you guys are back home now. Kevin, what's going on? Bob Lester, what's up, Bob? Stay Clever. Logic, what's up? Scott Taylor. Glenn, what's going on, dude? I need a haircut? Yes, I need a haircut, you're right. Would you like to come and do that for me? Do you have really big tits that you're gonna fucking rub in my face like my wife does? Or would you like to just take up the haircut with her? Brando, what's up? Bando Picks, what's going on? 2460. Do I like Star Wars original or the prequels? I like the very first ones, man. I saw them as a child in the movie theater. I just saw a Chewbacca for sale. I've got a couple stormtroopers out there. I've never seen a Chewbacca. I do intend to purchase that, along with a 14-foot hammerhead shark that I was sent pictures of this weekend. Michael, what's up? Good evening, Amanda. John, was Amanda's reaction to the rats loose in the toilet? Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it was real. Absolutely. Sure was. All of that shit's real. Billy Goats, what's up? John and Amanda already shipped that Typhon Toxic goodness out. Nice, nice. That should have gone today. I boxed it up. Paula pushed that out. You always ship something to me. I've got a spinning problem. Well, we appreciate you, man. Have we ever met, Brandon, in person? Have you been to one of our events or anything? Hamster, what's up? I didn't order Yappy Chino. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll bet you're not going to fucking be here long. Josh, what's up, dude? How are you? How's everybody's evening? How was everybody's day? I didn't scream because I knew he was filming in my head. I was squealing. Anyone have experience with Graffunder safes? I'm not even familiar with them at all, dude. I assume it's a rifle safe, gun safe. Original Boba Fett costume. It would be cool, man. I've got like the 4.5-foot ones. Every time I find a Darth Vader one, the lightsaber's broke, and I should just go ahead and get it anyways and just, you know, have one made or something for it. Brandel was at an couple antique stores this weekend and found a Boba Fett, or a Chewbacca. I've never seen one before. I didn't know they had even made one. Chatty is better than your orange cat leaping through your stream every time you're pissing like a dog in a water hose. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Do you have any intention on getting an albino? I have a lot of albino pythons. Where you been, bro? I have half a dozen albino retics and Burmese pythons. Evan kill. Of course, that's a given, man. That's a given. I'm sure he did. Did you go to class, Bob? I know you've been to several of them. I missed a lot of lives lately. 6x12 mystery bag add-on pouch for the bottom or the side. It's for the sides. The bottom one is 6x12, but it's deeper and it attaches in a completely different manner. I have not released the bottom yet. What is the purple thing behind people's names? What is the purple thing behind people's names? I don't know, bud. I'm not sure what you're seeing there, man. Homestead, what's up? Top comment, there it is. It's top comment. He means the crown like on Bob's account. Well, he has one though. Jose has one of those. It's a membership. Jose is talking about the top chatter crown. Oh, I don't know that I see that. Top chatter crown. I don't see it. I see Blue Wrench and I see the members, but I don't see what you guys are seeing. Big Oos, what's up, dude? How are you? That electrical video in the rat room was, yeah, guys lost their fucking shit over it. Like we just plugged in an extension cord. We ran an extension cord for the AC. The only other thing plugged in there is an LED light. Josh, you're number 2. See, I don't see it, Josh. Whatever, I don't see that. See it next to, I do not. Nope. Purple crown with 1, 2. I don't see it, man. Which is fucking weird. It's like my channel and I don't see it. I'll see about ordering the side pouches and waiting for the bottom bitch to be released. The side pouches are the 6x6 utility pockets. So if you have those already, or you want the one with pals, it's the exact same thing. The 6x12 is something brand new. All hail chef, yes. Oh, I see the top fan. If you click on it, huh? Top fans. Okay, I see it. Now I see it. It minimizes the feed to do that. Just got home. I will find it on my account. I saw it. I'm curious. I said my buddy Glenn is a master, and people were like losing their shit over it. Speaking of lightsabers, how the fuck does a plasma cutter work? All they need is 240 volt 90 PS. Some of them are even 110, I think. It's supposed to prompt people to chat. I've been seeing the purple crowns on other stuff. You mean on those little felt bags that you have? XRP. XRP's up. I put $1,000 into XRP 6 months or so ago, and I think I'm at like $3 grand now. Ish. It's gonna hit $10 or something, right? Or do I have some? I haven't mixed up. Purple crowns. Let's see, Josh. Yeah, see, I don't see that. I don't have that view at all. YouTube fucks with all of us, even membership people. Yeah. Big Goose, Bitcoin, buddy. I wish you'd have bought it 6 months ago. I wish you'd have bought it 6 years ago. You ever get into collecting trash? Nah, I see them all the time. I'm not a big spider guy, man. If a snake gets out, I can sleep at night. If a spider gets out, it might end up in your bed. Like, the snake ain't getting under my door cracks and shit. Spider, they're going wherever they want to go. Haven't seen one of those purple bags since I got sober. Somebody sent me, or maybe I bought it. I have a couple hundred of them we're going to do something with eventually. This isn't financial advice, but if you're going to max out credit cards, put it in crypto. EDC patches, holy shit, I haven't seen you on here in forever. How are you, Richard? Wife is going crazy looking for Bitcoin. Good. Good. She needs a fucking hobby, apparently. She should go find nargles. She should go out and catch some of those fucking Nile crocodiles in the Everglades. That'd be a good place for her. I've used them. I kind of marvel at them working with no fuel. Oh, the plasma. It superheats oxygen, right? Thus creating plasma. I don't know how it fucking works. Gold, 30 for, yeah. You guys want some gold? Buy some gold. You know when you should have bought it? 13 years ago. You know the other good time to get it was like 30 years ago. I'm not saying don't buy gold. Jonathan, what's up? Go buy pennies. Get you a couple $1,000s in pennies. What about, I like gold backs. I think you should probably have a few of them, but I'm not fucking pouring a ton of money into gold bags. I like them. Karita had too much Crown and Sprite on the 4th. Is she pregnant? It finally gave me an alert all these fucking years later. How much room? You know why it probably did, Richard? Because I made a new Instagram account for the reptiles, and it keeps posting it on my Facebook, on my personal page for some reason. And I'll bet you've seen those, so now it's catching. Did it give you an alert through Facebook, probably? How much room does your compact tear-off IFAC take up if placed in a fupa? Half of it. A good 40% of it. And that's deceiving, right? You can do a compact tear-off compact, or you can way overstuff that compact tear-off. You'd be better off putting a triple rifle card in there and then putting medical supplies, or a double rifle card. Hopped on to say, love Amy B. Thank you. What's up? How are you? What kind of beard is that? You like a sensei? Yes, I am a sensei. Actually, many people call me sensei. Phased plasma rifle, 40 watt range only, and a Colt long slide, Colt 45 long slide with laser. Internet expert, what's up? My buddy, when I was younger, had a bunch of those Kenner Star Wars action figures. Yeah, I broke all mine. If I find that missing tube soon, I'll be less broke. The tube of Bitcoins? Hell no, I prefer not to make her into a mayonnaise jar. No more babies. But you're not saying that it's not possible, I see. So there is still a possibility. Pennies will stop being made in 26. Yeah, I do intend to buy a 5-gallon bucket of pennies. Dead Jesus, what up? Sharks with razor beams. I'm ready to ban all the beard fags. Yeah, they are. It is weird, dudes concerned with my beard. Good evening. Had our monthly MAG meeting in the Midwest Preparedness Project crew, working out family logistics, hopefully rolling with them to SRF. Right on, Matt. SRF is not here. It will not be happening here at the compound. It's about 30 minutes from the compound. We will probably be open Saturday unless I have a show or something. I have not looked at those dates that far ahead. Pennies are useless to you. I want pennies for art projects is literally what I want them for. I saw some shit talking about getting rid of the $1 bill and bringing back the $2 bill because of irrelevance of the $1 with today's prices. Whatever. Am I going to SRF? I am not going to SRF, no. No. No, I decoupled from SRF. What up, John? Hope all is well. Would you suggest backpack or back panel for carriers? I feel like panel more for team. Well, do you want to be able to access the stuff on your back? And the stuff on your back, you are not going to be able to access it. So if your dude in the stack, right, if you have two guys go this way, you get separated, that dude goes down, you can't get to your back panel. You can get to a backpack. I'm not doing CQB, right? I don't have a helicopter delivering me and 6 dudes. And when you see all them ninjas, what you don't see is the 200 fucking dudes on target to support those 16 or 24 dudes, right? I'm not doing that. If I have to put on gear, it's end of the world kind of shit. I'm going with backpack because everything is fluid, everything could change. With a backpack, I can ride a horse, I can climb fences, I can ride a bicycle, a mountain bike, a motorcycle, and I can, if I want a single strap backpack, I can take a strap off the backpack, right? I want the backpack. Penny floors, that's what I want to do with it, Boiler Matt. That's exactly what I want to do. Dinner was good, Angie. You're always invited, I just know that you won't go, that's why I usually don't ask. If they stop making pennies, imagine what those penny floors will be. Yeah, I like the penny floors. And you can, you know, put the shiny ones down and you can use the tarnished ones to make like a combat cock or the SOE logo. I like the penny floors. Marbles. Look at marbles. Every kid had marbles. Now jars of marbles are fucking $50. Happily leave the marina to visit your shop. Of course. Plus, it's going to be hot as fuck. It's outdoors. I don't think there's anything inside there. We have the best air conditioning in Camden, like legitimately. So if we are in town, we will be open, you know, at least the evening. Every time I dig in my yard, I find marble. Yeah, isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? Kind of my thoughts for sustainment or IRL shit. Likely not going to be a team snap. Yeah, and if it is end of the world kind of shit, which if you as a civilian or prior service, if you're jocking back up, right? Even if you start off as a team, those dudes are probably going to be like gunshot. There's no support. Like gunshot, even if he survives gunshot, it's probably going to be infection that wipes them out one by one. Been at the range practicing on my workspace since these YouTubers say so, but in reality probably won't be working in my workspace in a self-defense position. So many things gained value, but nothing today will gain value. 50-year-old vehicles has appreciated. 25 car in 25 years will be worth nothing. Yeah, you gotta get the metal cars, right? 1991 Suburban. You know, shit like that. Last time you had dinner, Myrtle had to fix your car. That's true. Good thing he was there. How are the hops? The hops are doing okay. I haven't actually walked out and looked at the hops. I think the hops are doing okay. If it's the end of the world, we will have helicopters. I hope so. Bring your helicopter, Bob. I have no doubt that Bob has friends with helicopters. Thanks for getting my kit bag sent out so quick. 10X, right on. We oversold the multicam black kit bags. They cut another batch today, which is sewing. We also, I believe, cut Woodland and OD Black kit bags. Everything's free when the world ends. Yes, but a lot of it won't. A lot of that shit that has value now will have no value. You might get a helicopter, but I couldn't take a helicopter off, and I definitely couldn't land a helicopter. She's 20. Are we talking about the excursion? Yeah, I like the excursion. Can you expect alpine camo come winter? I'm not sure what you're specifically asking. I have alpine camo right now. Did you just buy one of those covert packs? We had 4 of them. They all shipped out today. Tim, what's up? Good to see you yesterday. Send me a helicopter when the balloon goes up. Be my first bag for me. I think you're going to like it. Used to drive an 85 Suburban. 3-speed granny. I had a 85. I had an 81 K5 Blazer with a SM 465 transmission. I think that's what you're talking about. It was a 3-speed, and the first gear was granny. 3-speed or 4-speed. First gear was granny. Going straight to Costco. You'd be too late, man. If you don't already have that shit, you and a fucking billion other assholes are going to Costco. What do you thought so far on Trump's second term so far? Quite a bit different from his first. Yeah, I mean, is he going to arrest Obama? He put up an AI video of it. Tulsi Gabbard said it was seditious and treasonous. We'll see. I don't know. 87 Land Rover Defender for 130 grand. Yeah. The 110s, though, you can take the brand new upholstery and put it in the old ones. All the parts are all in. It's the exact same vehicle. It's the exact same vehicle. All the fucking body mounts, everything are exact same in the 110s. Getting into Chattanooga Friday night. Thinking about going 4 hours to the west to get a setup if open on I'm not open on Saturday. I won't be available. You can come in Friday. Making my way back to Massachusetts. We were in Chattanooga 2 weekends ago and 3 weekends ago. We were in Chattanooga both weekends in a row. Tim is, in fact, a certified crewman, isn't he? High crimes and misdemeanors. Yeah, they should hang those motherfuckers on the front yard of the White House. Along with about fucking 400 others and fucking all of Congress. Listen to the new Shit Hits fan book, and when the problem happens, it disables things that explode as well. No guns. You're at Home Depot. What do you take? Angie, I'd be interested to see what that book is that you're doing. Limu and Doug are great. If they were here right now, they'd be right about here. They're big. Limu, Emu, and Doug. Doug's the little one. Emu is probably, if he stood straight up, he's probably as tall as Amanda. Costco parking lot will be a good loot drop. Yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near that. Plans on covert. We just made covert bags. We just did Alpine. 71 CJ set with a 350. That's a cool gig. What's the current lead time on one? If you got to ask, don't order it. The real answer is I don't fucking know. I've got over 1,000 belt orders. If we have to discuss, I was shot for a different option. Jordan Rudess, I don't know who that is. If it's the guy from Anthrax or whatever the other band is, fuck, I wish I had $1 for every time I heard that. An excursion 6-inch lift on 38s always gets excited. Yeah, I would rather have I would rather buy an excursion that's not been lifted and then do the lift, you know myself. Press the thumbs up, guys. All you homos that like my beard, you should super chat me $10. And it's always baffling when dudes are like, hey, my belt broke. God damn, I'm fucking 53 years old and I've never had a belt break. He had a keyboard for training. Yeah, I've heard that too. I have heard that. I waste roughly 14 gallons of water on... Dude, I waste probably 50 gallons. Into the world comes, I got fucking 10,000 gallons of water sitting here before anything else happens. I am taking long fucking showers. I'm going to have motherfuckers with guns standing outside while I take a hot fucking steamy shower. I like your beard, but I'm not a homo, but I need $10. I got you. You can just give me $10 when I see you, motherfucker. Amanda, you on here? Had my SOE built way in Virginia. That's what I'm saying. Dudes are like, hey, can I come by and get, I don't remember what it was. I need this thing. I'm like, motherfucker, you've had 35 years literally to buy that thing. I've made that thing for 35 years. And now it's it's this huge emergency in your life that you have to have this thing right away. Jennifer Lowe says you owe him a grand piano. You should bring him a broke ass out of tune grand piano for his grand. Amanda, what snakes you got coming this week? You waste 14 gallons of water. My brand new Toyota Tundra gets 14 miles a gallon. What happened? Where'd the comments go? Yeah, I got a little thing up here in the corner that says top fans, and if I click it, it says Bob Lester is the #1 top fan, Clever is #2, Big Oos is #3, Timmer is #4, Heartland Family Designs is 5, Mojave Wizard is 6, Matthew T is 7, Josh is 8, Amanda is 9, Vance is 10, Duke Tolgo is 11, and then Dean Conrad is 12, Jose is 13. It keeps going. Apparently it just goes forever. 1-1. You got a male and a female? I thought it was 2 males. Red sided guys, look up San Francisco garter snake. You're number 21. Stay clever. Second place is the first loser. So she's got red sided garters coming and tiger rat snakes. Those are fucking neat if you haven't seen those. Them dudes probably give their boyfriend a rusty drum. Who are we talking about, Jose? What snake has the worst bite? The one with the biggest teeth. If you're talking about venomous, I don't know. There's all of them will fuck you up. Bought one of John's Riggers belts 25 years ago, still fits. Has some hot tar splatter, still gets the job done, yeah. I paid over $300 for Solomon Quest Force boots, and they're pretty good. They are, yeah. I've been happy with Solomon's stuff. Top fan, I may be a homo. No rainbow boas yet, Kevin. I don't even see Kevin asking about rainbow. I don't even see Kevin. Weird. Rainbow boas are mean. Oh, there's right. There he is, like right above. Rainbow boas are mean, guys. Not that everything else she has isn't. Always one of those when I was a kid. Yeah, everybody did, right? Because they're on the cover of magazines and books. They're beautiful animals. Somebody actually messaged me the other day and was like, hey, do you want this? And it's a rainbow boa. And we were talking back and forth. He's a friend of mine. And he's like, just so you know, it's mean. Yeah, they're all fucking mean. They do look cool. The homo's talking about your facial hair. It's weird that it shows it so far out of fucking sequence. Always like red-tailed boas. Yeah, red-tailed boas, absolutely. Colombians. The true red-tails are like Guyanans and Surinans, you know. Most of the boa constrictors are not constrictor, they're imperators, so they're Central American boas. And now they're breeding just like with ball pythons. They've got all kinds of different color morphs and stuff. Wolf snakes. I don't even know what a wolf snake is, man. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that. I do want some of the like elephant trunk snakes and the ones that live underwater and shit. I had one before, and nobody knew how to take care of them. It was a wild caught import, and they're like sandpaper. I don't even remember what they're called. Do you have a place you're going to keep all? Yeah, we have a building that's being delivered in a couple weeks here. a big 16 by 60 foot building. That'll be the first one. There'll actually be several of them. I heard about a 50-foot snake, no such thing, that was photographed from a helo. Yeah, it's AI. In the 60s. Okay, maybe not. That would be awesome if a giant was still... Maybe, man. Maybe. There's people. A lot of people think Bigfoot's out there. Good call on the Redcon one. Yeah, wasn't it, man? Wasn't it? Everything was half off. Half off. I don't know how long that's going for. You guys might check that out. If it's still going, when the site opens up, it'll say 50% off entire site. You sold your KJ. I sold my KJ Labs pre-workout because it was too strong. Made $10 profit. Interesting. Interesting. Wait, you mean I didn't say Bigfoot wasn't real? I'm still hopeful. But come on. Motherfuckers shoot everything. If there was a Bigfoot out there, somebody would have drugged that motherfucker in. Kids at gym dumping pre-workout straight into their mouth. I told them it's way better with some water. Those are fucking idiots, man. That's gonna burn the shit out of your tongue. Nighthawk, what's up? Elmer would have had it on his wall. Yeah. Yeah. The cops had stopped some dude about, and he was like, I was shooting at Bigfoot. They're like, shooting at Bigfoot? He's like, I shoot at that motherfucker every time I see him. No telling how many people are laying out in the woods dead that dude shot. More likely to believe the alien cities under the ocean than Bigfoot right now. All right. Some Cajun would have. That's right. I mean, I'd have seen him. I'd already bought him. I'd have bought one, and he'd be in the back here. 60 by 60, pretty bad. Yeah, it's the biggest they do. Without, well, even at 16 by 60, they have to have a flag truck to move it because it's 16. Well, you know that better than I do, Jose. There's a bunch of teens at the gym I go to. They're damning. Of course they are. Yeah. Yep. They need an old man to whip their ass. I wish there was Bigfoot. Hell yeah, I like all the cryptid shit. You should buy an old fuselage. I would love to. I'd love to. Set it up like a reptile zoo. Nah, the fuselage would be a badass Airbnb though. I've seen guys do that and the helicopter fuselages. It has to be hard to hit a blurry Bigfoot. They shapeshift, right? That's what it is. Bigfoot is actually dog man. Do you ever wonder if Bigfoot is just naturally blurry? Maybe they're just drunk. I don't know. I enjoy all that shit though. Always out of focus, yeah. Modern day, right? Modern today with these motherfuckers. Just stand real close to the young guys when you're all sweaty and flex your nose holes. They'll move. I like to take my sweat and fling it. Michelle Obama's Bigfoot. I think you're right. I would agree with that. There's an abandoned cockpit in that old abandoned aviation school, and that's cool. Skinwalkers, yeah. Jen was mad at me for a week because I pushed her down to get away from Bigfoot in her dream. In her dream. La Chupacabra, the goat sucker. That's right. There's some interesting Chupacabra stuff from like Central America and stuff. Mr. Ballin and some of those other channels have done some pretty good. It's at least, if nothing else, it's worth listening to than some of the other bullshit out there. It's cute, you guys sharing. Well, that's because I've banned all his other accounts, Bob. I've banned Sky's accounts, like 12 different accounts. Motel 6 Chupacabra. Bigfoot, probably a giant hairy dude living in the woods. Stayed away from stupid people asking him why he is so tall. Nah, he'd have been shot already, man. Grand Canyon has had my attention. Yeah, there's some interesting shit with the Grand Canyon. Real, especially like interviews with really old dudes. Jefferson, Georgia tonight, working my shift. Charlotte, North Carolina. Right on, Carl. The cast of Bigfoot footprints are pretty interesting. They are, yeah. Yo, babe.
Yo, babe.
What's up?
Replacing lights, fucking giving snakes baths.
Jiggling titties.
No, that was after.
Yeah, Bob, if you paid me that, I could buy some new burners. Remember the dash cam that caught the chupacabra? Turned out it was a mangy dog. Is the pond you're getting quoted like that channel you see on YouTube that comes out and builds it? This guy does, yeah. He's an hour from here. And I would just have him build me exactly what he has. I really like his pond. It's above ground. It's pavers, right? Like those I don't even know what they're called. They're concrete pavers that look like stone, and they're about this tall, and they're for stacking retaining walls. They gradually go up, shit like that. And you can buy them at Home Depot and Lowe's. And his is probably 24 inches. Maybe he's dug it down and it's deeper in the middle. And then it's just a pond liner, and he's got a waterfall, and it's very nice. It's very pretty. Last year I started drinking Diet Pepsi because of Scully. What if Bigfoot's radioactive and blurs? Maybe that's what it is. That's probably what, we have a Benton County Bigfoot Association. You didn't know that, did you? What's the first project you prioritize when moving to a homestead? It depends on what you need, right? Fences you're never going to wish you didn't have fences. And water catchment, right? Do you have water? What's your water situation like? You can't do shit without water. Shade, you need some shade for your animals. So if you had to put up a structure, pole barn or something, lean-to, that can give you shade as well as water catchment. I think it's the ponds guys. He does that too, and they look bad. Oh, there's some great dudes on YouTube doing it. And if you need a real pond put in, my buddy James Hicks builds like huge ponds. Does big dirt work stuff. Like he's got that big on Killdozer Day, that big huge bulldozer. That's his bulldozer. We took video in front of. And then he's got a Komatsu 300, I think, excavate. Big stuff. Sully, what's up? Send me your pond guy info. T and Dawn want a pond. Just send me a message, Sky, and I'll send it to you. We found him on Marketplace selling driftwood, and he's done some nice stuff. Now the pond that T and Dawn want is not this guy. You need a different dude. Now my guy that does big stuff, he's too big for what Dawn wants. You guys probably just need to find a local dude with a mini X or a pond. They call it a pond scoop. They call it a pond something, right? It's an actual attachment for cutting a pond. Well, somebody with a small bulldozer could easily do it. I like watching the pool to pond. Oh yeah, where they go natural ponds, natural pools. Michael, what's up? A pan, that's it. Pan, yeah, pond pan. You're right, Tyler. That's exactly what it is. Interested in caiman, crocs, or yeah, I'm gonna get some caimans. We can't have crocs or alligators here. I'm being very careful when I say can't. I know dudes are like allowed versus able, but it won't be long until Wildlife Authority is here wanting to look at my shit again. So I'm very, very upfront about we don't have that shit. We're not going to have that, and I'm really not. So how are the 4th of July promo? We shipped a bunch of them today, Christian. What color did you order? How big of a pond do you need to keep bass? Fuck, the bass will grow in a fucking kiddie swimming pool. I've watched dudes catch bass a single bass and put him in a 10-gallon aquarium, and people were like, "You can't keep that thing." And he grew that motherfucker up huge, and he would put it in a 60-gallon aquarium, 100-gallon aquarium. Bass will live anywhere. How big of a pond do you really want? I mean, that pond I have in the back is super deep, but it's not even, I don't know, Bob, how big would you say my pond is? It's not even a quarter acre. And we put 100 bluegill, 100 brim, and 100 shell crackers or yellow ear sunfish or something in there. And my kids, Cody catches bass out of there all the time. We never even put bass in there. We see herons out there and like storks and shit. And what they do is they eat fish out of the river, and then they come into our pond and they shit that out, and the eggs come out in their shit. There are folks growing fish in open. Yeah, absolutely. I have fish in IBC totes. I have butterfly koi that are probably 14 inches in IBC totes. I do have a Asian water monitor that's shipping Wednesday. It'll be here Thursday. That's the third largest lizard in the world. Less than quarter. Yeah, I'd say it's less than quarter acre too, Bob. You have good fish to eat if you wanted to. Shell crackers taste good. I like catching fish. I hate fishing. But I did watch Cody a couple weeks ago. He literally, every time he threw the line, he pulled in fish. I would rather catch 100 little tiny fish than 10 bigger fish. In Tennessee, you take a teaspoon and dig a hole for a couple minutes with a teaspoon, and as soon as it fills up with water, you'll have a fucking turtle, and you'll have fish and frogs. 208 by 208 is a square. Yeah, my pond's not big, but we have our Komodos legal. No, Komodos are they're endangered species. So there is a really good breeding program for Komodo dragons at San Diego and at Chattanooga. I don't know of anybody in the United States keeping Komodos. I'm sure there is. Croc monitors are your second biggest lizard, and water monitors are your third. What came first, the fish or the bird shit? Yeah. They also they eat whole fish, and then they spit them up and all kinds of stuff. Catfish IBC totes for watering the garden and big fish fry every fall. Nice. Yeah, I just use butter. We could totally do catfish if we had a chiller, or in the fall we could do trout. We can do bluegill. We can do any of that shit. Shirley Tyler has Komodo dragon. Shirley Tyler has a Komodo. No, I don't think he does. You're talking about Tyler Nolan? I don't think he does. He has, I think he's got some like water monitors. I know he's got alligators, and I think he has some crocodiles. What I really want is river otters, and I'm amazed that we can't have them in Tennessee. Savannah monitor was cool. Yeah, savannas are cool. White throats are a bigger savanna basically, and black throats. We've had savannas, white throats, and black throats. We used to buy savannas for $15 a piece wholesale. Curious if they consider them venomous or dangerous in Tennessee, if kept securely on your property. Are we talking about the river otters? Clever. I don't know why no otter. If you look at, I asked ChatGPT. My back pond is 0.35 acres. There we go. There we go. Bigger than I thought it was. River otters, ChatGPT said they're considered dangerous to humans. The Komodos. Oh, Komodos. No, the problem with the Komodo dragon is, do you know of anybody that has them in private collections? Clever. They're actually endangered species. Guy down the road has a big fake alligator. Yeah, I've seen those. Those are cool. I know you've covered this. Can't find the video. Your shorts. Where can I get them? Hey, I know you've covered this. I can't find the video of your shorts. Are you talking about the shorts that I wear? Kitanica. Kitanica.com. Front pond was 0.5 acres. The front pond. You're talking about that little. You're talking about the one in the middle. Not privately owned, but I've seen them at local. Yeah, zoos have them. Yeah, they have a whole breeding program, and the zoos breed them and then send them to other zoos. I listened to it. We were listening on the way to Chattanooga. Amanda and I listened to an entire interview with this lady from the Chattanooga Zoo, and she didn't seem to really know a lot. There was a lot of interesting information that she had, but she didn't really seem to know a lot about them. We also catch a lot of minnows for the little pond for the ducks to eat right on. That's cool. A lot of the zoo keepers, they're kind of holier than thou, right? It's okay for us to have this thing and produce it, but fucking God forbid somebody that's not within our organization has these things. Like the San Francisco garter snakes. Look those up. They're very, very beautiful. The snakes Amanda has coming are not San Francisco garter. A San Francisco garter snake is a red-sided garter snake. These are red-sided garter snakes from a different locality. You could literally take you could take San Francisco garter snakes, which are endangered species. There's only supposed to be like 800 left in the world. You could take 10 of those and give them to people in private collections. They would breed them. Garter snakes have live birth, and you could take those and reintroduce those out in the community. They are not interested in removing animals from endangered species because those localities get fuck tons of federal grant money. Just like the Burmese pythons in the Everglades. They don't want to end that problem. They get a fucking shitload, millions and millions of dollars flows in for federal money because of that shit. They've only issued 8. There's only 8 permits issued to people to fucking eradicate Burmese pythons in the Everglades Park. What's the garter snake with the red and blue? There's a few different kinds, Clever. A lot of them actually get the blue as they age. If you look at blue-sided garter snakes, they're actually born with yellow, and that yellow at about 1 year of age starts to fade, and then it becomes blue at like 18 months is what I recall hearing. We just listened to a whole podcast about them. That's the only reason I know that. I don't know if you know this, but you look like Daniel Larson. I don't know who Daniel Larson is. Same reason they won't fix home. No, there's of course not. Look at all the money. What was it, $40 million or $4 billion that was misplaced by Gavin Newsom over homelessness? Yeah, allowed versus able. Allowed versus able. I understand that, but my attorney likes to point out, while you might be in the right, you also know what the execution of a federal search warrant looks like. There are plenty of people that will ship you venomous animals that you are not supposed to have, right? Number one, I get bit by snakes every day, just out of complacency or distraction. The last thing we need is venomous animals. So we don't do it. Donald Trump supporter checking in from Palm Island, Jumaria. I'm not familiar with, where is that? Where is that island? I don't know where that's at. East Diamondback population in Florida is dropping. Why do we think that is, Kevin? What's the cause of that? Is that because of cobras? Because cobras are snake eaters. Yeah, they don't ever want to. The government never wants to fix a problem. I'll ship you some cotton. I have cottonmouths out in the pond here. Please. I know that I have plenty of friends that would do that. I can't even joke about it. The last thing I need is some asshole possum cop hearing that and then wanting, like, the last time they came and looked, it took an hour to open cages, and they don't know what they're looking at. Dubai, right on. Are you born in Dubai or did you move to Dubai? Dubai has some amazing fish stores, aquarium stores, and their markets for animals are fucking wild. I watch videos about Dubai's pet trades and stuff. Mostly due to pine forest being cut. Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah, those are the big ones. Those eastern diamondbacks, huh? Tyler Nolan has one that looks like it's probably 8 feet long. It's enormous. It's huge. I was talking to a guy today. Where was I at? The co-op, and he said he sees rattlesnakes all the time on his property. I've not ever seen a rattlesnake in Tennessee that was not in captivity. You know, I did hear something interesting. A herpetologist in a podcast we were listening to. Dubai has tigers in a penthouse. I have a customer that's on my live feed every now and then, and he has tigers. He's got tigers. He has snakes and all kinds of stuff. Ever had an interest in Yeah, I love toucans. I follow I've actually worked at a bird shop called Bird Crazy in San Diego when I was a kid, and they had toucans. People keep toucans like parrots. There's a cool Instagram page I follow where she's got a toucan, and the toucan flies across into the kitchen wherever she's at. That toucan's there. Don't ask, don't tell might actually be useful in this situation. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm just tired of I 100% agree. I, on the other hand, am super high profile. I need to be able, I show everything we have. There's really no secrecy to anything we do. And I say a lot of things that people do not like on the internet. So a lot of people, I mean, look how often people come on here talking shit. Every night there's some dude that says some silly shit. I ban him and he comes back and back and back. If there was any legitimacy to me having something that they could burn me for, he would definitely call every law enforcement agency with video evidence. So, like, that just can't ever happen. Snow leopards. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't have snow leopards in Tennessee. Those are actually in the puma family, those snow leopards. They're cool. They're awesome little animals. Very, very cool. But Tennessee, that's a no-go for us here. We can have servals, ocelots, bobcats. We can have all that, but we can't have snow leopards here. Now, there's workarounds for it. You can set up as an educational facility, a zoo, wildlife park. That's all doable. Amanda does want it, and a black puma. Yeah, black puma is a, mountain lion. It's the same cat, really. Get a bobcat and dye it. We see bobcats for sale all the time. I'd have bought if Amanda was serious about a bobcat, we'd have come home with a bobcat from Chattanooga. I want a catamundi. And bobcats, they tend to shit. Like, bobcats want to shit in water. They want to hide their shit. You can toilet train a bobcat. Recently got my second snake. What'd you get, Jake? What do you have, bud? Do leopards fall under that category? Yeah, leopards. No leopards. Tigers, leopards. There's a bunch of shit because of the Tiger King, and it's super fucking like corrupt. They basically gave 2 NGOs breeding rights within the United States, and the dude who's on that, it was one of Carol Baskin's people. There's a very interesting interview that Tiger King did from prison about 6 months ago, and he brought up a lot of that. The dude who testified and was very instrumental in the prosecution of Tiger King, that dude runs the NGO now who has the rights, and he is very, very intertwined with the Carol Baskins lady. In the 90s, my babysitter's husband kept cougars in his backyard as a 7-year-old. That's fucking awesome, dude. That's very cool, man. Like, we touched elephants as kids. We touched lions as kids. Man, we were talking about that. We were talking about that yesterday, Tim. Like most kids, like our grandchildren, will never see a live elephant unless they go in to kill one. Lions, tigers, and bears. Yep. Hedgehogs were illegal here in Arizona 2014. The day they became legal, every pet store had them. Yep. What was the other? Gerbils were illegal in California. Ferrets were illegal in California. When is my rainbow boa showing up? He's coming down. He's got a bunch of caging and shit. He had some things to get ready. He had something he had to do. I think he's coming in a few weeks. Friend had white cobra, thought it was funny pissing him off and taking the top off the cage. Everybody left. I walked in to pick up some animals that we had ordered over the phone from Thailand. I think it was Thailand. We had this price list, and I had to go to this pet shop, tell them what I wanted. That's where that snake came. I don't remember what that snake was. I had that snake that was like a wart snake. Maybe it's called a wart snake. And when we went to pick up our snakes, in the back room there was a bunch of rabbit cages, empty cages, and they're chasing a little fucking cobra around. And that was my first, other than seeing a cobra in a zoo, that was the first experience I'd ever had with a cobra. And it's running around loose in the fucking pet shop, and it wasn't it was on El Cajon Boulevard, but it wasn't in El Cajon, if I remember right. I rode in the famous monster truck Gravedigger. Also, some things kids, yeah, and that's totally different too now, isn't it? I'll stick to Corso. Best part about them is people like, are you talking about Cane Corsos? Those are cool dogs. Kevin Timmer, before that happened, I had a friend with tigers, bears, mountain lions, and wolves. That's neat. Have you ever thought about trying to get a big cat? Yeah, I have actually, very much. We've very much looked at getting big cats. You need to breed goats or something, definitely, to feed those. We are going to see monster trucks in August. Nice. If you've never been, bring hearing protection. How often do we build wallets? I'm the one that builds wallets. I'm probably going to turn the wallets off. I have a lot of wallets up here, of the trifold wallets. I'm probably going to discontinue most of the wallets. I had a lady that worked for me for over 20 years, and she's just too old to work. And yes, I have other people skilled enough to do it. We just can't build enough of the shit we're building. Do you and Amanda have any interest in capuchins and other small? I do. Yeah, I absolutely do. We've looked, and that's a $20,000 monkey. We see monkeys every time we go to an exotic animal show. Amanda does not like primates. She very much does not like primates. RBZ, what's up? It's funny, in the 90s, every pet shop had Burmese pythons and green iguanas. Dirt cheap. Most people don't realize the type of care they require. That's true. I remember seeing, like, every shopping mall had a pet shop, and there was that front window had boa constrictors, and they had parrots, and you'd see monkeys and all kinds of stuff. The care is not a big deal. It's not hard. You watch these YouTube channels, and it's this giant fucking production to take care of these animals. If those animals die, it's usually because the keeper stopped caring for the animal. Like, I had animals for 20 years. I had animals for a decade. I had a green iguana. There's green iguanas out there right now. You can buy Tom Crutchfield iguanas that are puppy dog tame. Rock iguanas, banded iguanas. I intend to get some big iguanas and do a big outdoor enclosure for them. Local highway patrol would call us to pick up fresh roadkill deer to feed his animal. That's cool. That's cool. Wolf dog. I've had wolves. I had like Caninus lupus, like actual wolf dogs, canines all the way back. I've had 2 wolves. Dug burrows, the whole deal. We'd go out mountain biking, and my dogs would always catch rabbits and shit. Why is Trump deflecting on Epstein? I don't know. What do you think it is, Ross? What do you think? Okay, I ordered a couple wallets a little while ago. If you don't build them, you can just send me whatever or cancel. Hey, Devon, reply to your confirmation email so we can see what they are. I've got a lot of wallets built here. What kind of parrot? I want some parrots. I want some macaws, like a scarlet macaw, blue and gold macaw, some cockatoos. I want a big fucking aviary with parrots. My parrot is super easy to care for. What do you have, Bang Bang? Like, do you really have a parrot? I didn't know that. Yeah, we used to get green iguanas for $15. You used to buy them in a pet shop for $35. Congo African Greys are fucking cool. I had a Timney. I saw a Congo for sale. I see them all the time because I'm in a bunch of bird groups. So the Amanda, the birdie time or whatever in Jackson, the name has been changed. To Slytherin or something like that, and they have a Congo I saw today. Macaw is loud as fuck. Prefer a tiny gray parrot that's always mad. You could get you a Senegal parrot. Green cheek conure, nice. Conures are loud, man. Local pet shop had a parrot that only cussed. There's a bunch of those that are being taken to like rescues and shit. I'll take all the cussing parrots. I'll take fucking every one of them. I'm really starting to think he's on the list. Very upset at overtime shit. That's not what he promised. Maybe so. But don't you think, so do you think if Trump is on the list, don't you think that they would have used that over the last 8 years? Don't you think they would have used that to damage him, or at least fucking, leaked it? I never had a toucan, Clever. I worked at a bird shop that had a bunch of toucans. I have some toucan skulls and some other hornbill skulls, but I've never had a live toucan. I do remember in high school going to friends' houses that had toucans, though. I had a Goffin cockatoo, right? A little cute little cockatoo Goffin. And when I'd get home, I'd take him out, or her out, and let her out, and she'd run around the floor, right? And I'd sit in front of the couch with my feet and my legs on the ground and with the TV on, and she'd come up and you'd pet her, and she'd walk around, right? And you'd come back and you'd pet her, and if you ignored her, she would come up and bite the shit out of your toe, like to the point it would bleed, and then come up and want you to pet her, and if you didn't pet her, she'd bite you. Our gray is Congo. My sun conures are super loud. We're loud as fuck, but the green cheeks aren't. Okay. Best friend's grandma had a scarlet macaw that would steal cigarettes from the ashtray and pretend to smoke. That's what I want. I want a Capuchin monkey that smokes cigarettes on the bar stool, plays with a cobra, and does the little pop goes the weasel fucking music box. I love snakes. They don't make noise. My uncle had a crow. That's super cool. Super, super cool. Crows and ravens. I don't recommend. Too smart and troublesome to keep. They're very good problem solvers. Girlfriend's Congo only loves her. That means it's a male. It's a male. If that bird was a female and your girlfriend had it the entire time and then you came into the relationship, that parrot would like you, and it would bite your girlfriend when you're around. Trying to keep my 10-month-old from eating my wife's earring while recovering from surgery. Yeah, you don't even need a bird, do you? Had a blue-fronted Amazon. I'm not familiar with blue-fronted. I haven't had. I worked at a lot of pet shops and bird shops. I know the yellow nape and the yellow-headed Amazon and the double yellow-headed Amazon. Screamed help and cried like a baby. Cops come more than once. That's some funny shit. They become desensitized from that bird crying wolf. Brandel is meeting with a guy tomorrow for me, 4 hours from us near his hometown. A guy from Knoxville is coming in, and Brandel is picking up an anaconda for me. And that anaconda will be delivered here on Wednesday. Thanks for the fuck shack. Signed F. Dirty Mike and the boys. That's right. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly. Is that the same movie? Fuck all that noise. What noise? Blue-fronted Amazon that screamed hell. I love it, man. I love it. Amanda, we have enough property that we can have all those big birds outside, and you can't hear them inside. I was just told that there is a lady local here that breeds all kinds of peacocks. So I hope to get some peacocks. My neighbor had a peacock. It came over and visited here a couple days, and I had a great time while that peacock was here. And the peacock disappeared. We think one of the other neighbors killed it or did something to it. Baby crying and kid screaming. It'll make your nipples. It'll make milk come out your titties. 2 blue front Amazons over the years. Nice. Yeah, the peacock. Scully's like, I want peacocks. I want jungle noises. I'm like, are you sure? Dream snake. I get them, man. When something comes in my head, like we have them or they're on the way. I want some Bob Applegate albino San Diego gopher snakes. I want some albino bull snakes. We've got some like real unique stuff. Amanda really wants some jaguar or some carpet python, jungle carpets. And there's a difference, right? You can get $500 to $1,000 carpet pythons, but $2,000 carpet python is a fucking completely different animal. And it takes the same amount of input and energy to take care of a $2,000 animal as it does a $500. The difference is that $2,000 animal makes $2,000 babies. Here, I'll show you. I've been communicating with this guy in Las Vegas, and he has Sean Whalen's building. His new house is really coming along. Let me find it here. Hold on. Instagram. That right there, right? That is a very different animal than most carpet pythons you see. And these here, they don't turn yellow like that until about age 2. And he has some 3-year-old females that he's willing to let go. Ban Gombu. I don't even see anybody named Gombu on here. Goodbye. Hold on, I want to see what he said. I don't even see this motherfucker. How is somebody commenting? I don't see him. I'm back. Just to see if I still know jaguar carpet python. Yeah, jaguars are beautiful. Man, I don't see a Gombu. Had a high white bull snake. Yeah, we just saw some leucistic ones. Remember the last peacock was a bastard planet. Yeah, that was a peahen. This last big peacock, he was over here like 2-3 days in a row, and he didn't jump on any of the cars or anything. Local guy in Kansas City just produced some Bolin. Oh, Bolins are cool. Very unique. Very cool. What are they, about $7,000 a piece, right? What's that Australian bird that Marines shot at to shut it up in World War II. I'm not sure what that was. Peacocks are noxious, super loud. Yep, you just don't want to be my neighbor. Ever see owls? We have seen owls on the property, yeah. Amanda and Curie were in the back, and there was a fucking huge owl out there at one of the SRFs one of the last SRFs, or one of the last parties. I've had honeybees and super bees. Oh, ball pythons, yeah. I don't want any fucking ball pythons. Whenever I'm searching on those apps, I always remove ball pythons. In Arizona, roadrunners are same in San Diego. We used to see roadrunners all the time. Heard moonshiners would use peacocks as well. I can see that, or even guineas. Just make the neighbor's peacock want to stay at your place. It disappeared. They bought a peahen so that it would come home, and it did. And after a couple days, they let her out, and they both disappeared. They're the most annoying bird in the world. Oh, kookaburras? Huge owl. I've seen the footage. Yeah. That owl was like 3 feet. Yeah, it was a big fucking owl. We thought it was going to come down and get the baby sheep. We have screech owls. My mom's cat got eaten by a bear. I can see that. All right, anybody who's on here, how many people are on? We got 76 on. Any of you guys have snakes or reptiles? Any of you guys reptile dudes? I have a YouTube channel called SOE Reptiles, and I have a Instagram page, so make sure you join us over there. What calibers do you build your survival setup fires around? I would recommend 5.56. And if we're going to go past that, 7.62, 51. Where did I buy my beard from? Your mom sucked my dick enough until it fucking just came in. Read an article some years back. New York City zoos released owls in the city to combat. Oh, I can see that. I can totally see that. No snakes for me. Enjoy the new channel. Right on. We'll walk through. I just moved some around. We set up some more cages. Cody and I built 3 or 4 cages yesterday. She said it was small. Cool. Tell her I said hi. You're banned. Come back with another fake account. Shit. They all crawled under this fucking paper. We just put that one in there today. That's the one that was over here. And this is the newer one that bit me across the hand a couple nights ago. Snakes are clean and ready for their photographs. Right on. All right, guys, I'm about to jump off of here. I need a shower. Can snakes venom survive on a bullet after being... I would suspect probably not. I would think the heat would kill it. It's just a complex protein. When's the snake photo shoot? I don't know. She was talking about me just walking upstairs, I think. Most unique reptile I owned was a Cape file snake. Interesting. Very cool. File snake. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night. If you saw the text, you saw some of the stuff that was built today. We do have CQB subloads. woodland pelter wraps. MK677 to the snakes. All right, guys, everybody have a good